Then Guruji says, because this is so deep a concept, Jeko kahe kare vichar, karte ke karne nahi sumar. If one tries to have a conversation about this, if one tries to think too deeply about this, if one tries to discuss this, what it's like to be in this state, what is the experience of that person who is in that panch state? Karte ke karne nahi sumar. Why is it karte ke karne? Why not panch ke karne? Why are we now talking about the karta purukh and not these individuals? Because these individuals are no longer individuals. There's now no difference between them and the oneness itself. So when you're describing them, you're describing the oneness. Jeko kahe kare vichar, karte ke karne nahi sumar. When you describe them, you realize that you're not describing them, you're actually describing the whole of creation. And then you realize that their description cannot be done. Because the actions of the oneness, karte ke karne, the actions of the creative being, nahi sumar. Sumar means limit, or like to do an account, to try and quantify, cannot be done. So these panch are no longer there. They are living, breathing, walking, talking versions of that oneness. They are the divine manifest on earth. They themselves cannot describe their experience. Even they can't explain it. Even they can't put it to words. They're just at one with the universe. They understand the universe, but they cannot speak about it. And time again in Japji Sahib, we've heard this analogy that if anyone tries to describe it, they will realize that they are losing this battle. Manne ki gat kahi na jaye, je ko kahe piche pachtaye. Kagat kalam na likhan haar. You can't write it down on paper. Anybody who sits down, manne kaabe karan vichar. You just have to know what this experience is. You just have to know aisa naam niranjan hoy. You just have to know what this experience is. You can't read about it in any books. The Guru is a guide. The Guru is all the wisdom you need to transform yourself. But the transformation has to happen within you. You have to become this. You cannot read about it anywhere, and that includes Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Granth Sahib Ji, if it remains an external textbook for you, then it will never give you that wisdom. This wisdom is something where you practice Guru Granth Sahib Ji, where you live it, where you're breathing it, where you're talking about it, where you're eating it, where you're sleeping it. Uthat baitat sovat jagat. At every moment, you have to live this. Then the Guru goes from being an external text to an internal wisdom. This is antargyan. If you can imagine for a moment, what are you like in your higher state, in your higher self, just within yourself? What is the best version of me? What is the most elevated? What is me going to be like as the enlightened me? Be that person, because that person is in you right now. And it doesn't require you to do anything special. You just have to become the highest form of what you are. And the highest form of what you are is already there. You almost don't have to become that person, you just have to be that person. So Guruji is saying that this is something that you have to experience within yourself. It cannot be described. But Guruji was also talking to people who were trying to describe the universe. And if you go through the history of the ancient Vedic texts, Purans and all of these old granths, there they've tried to put detailed descriptions to try and understand the universe. And Guruji here now shows some of the theories that they've come up with. One of the theories is about the actual workings of the universe. What is the earth? What is it made up of? Where is this earth? We can see the sun, we can see the moon, but what's holding all these things up? One of the concepts that is prevalent at the time is this idea that the earth is being supported by a bull. There's a bull that is holding the entire planet on one of his horns. And when he gets tired, he transfers that planet from one horn to the other horn. And when you see that transfer from one horn to the other, that's where earthquakes come from. So Guruji uses this analogy. And rather than criticizing the analogy, Guruji just raises questions about it. Say, okay, let me ask you some questions. Let me get some clarity on this concept. So he's now challenging these common beliefs about what is the universe made of. Guruji goes on to say, Taul Dharam Daya Ka Poot. So this idea of this mythical bull is Taul. Yeah, this bull. Guruji says, yes, there is a bull holding up the earth, but it's not the type of bull that you're thinking up. The natural way of the universe, Dharam, is what is holding the universe up. This natural law, we can call it hukam. That which is, the way things are, that is what is keeping the universe going. So Guruji says that if you believe in a bull, make Dharam the bull that is holding the universe, as in the will of the one, that divine will that just makes things happen all the time. That Dharam is what's holding the earth up. And that Dharam has come from somewhere. That natural system has come out of something. It isn't just, now let's look at the West. Scientific theory is that the universe is random. Scientists believe that the universe is completely random and is just happening unconscious. The whole universe is unconscious. It's just happening. There's no great being, there's no scientific proof of any oneness or any divine being. So it's just dull, almost like the universe is dead. And it's just a random series of events happening. Some meteors are colliding with others, they become a planet. Some star is destroyed, it explodes. That creates some more planets. The East has always said, yes, all of these things are happening, but there's something alive. And the whole universe is alive. It's not dead. It's quite a different concept to what the Christians and the Abrahamic traditions believe, which is about there is a God and he is an architect. Like there's somebody actually choosing, I'm going to make an earth and I'm going to put some people in there and I'm going to make Mars and I'm going to make another solar system here and I'm going to paint this one red and this one blue. Like somebody's actually sitting there making all these decisions. That's not the Eastern system. The Eastern idea is that the universe is in tandem with science. Science and Dharam are not at odds with each other. Science and the Abrahamic religions are completely at odds with each other. The Abrahamic traditions will tell you the world is only 6,000 years old. You show them a fossil that's several millions years old of a dinosaur, they say, God put it there to test my faith. So they're battling with their textbooks that are talking about the earth being 6,000 years old and scientific theory and experiments that are proving actually we can carbon date these trees are like 20,000 years old. How can the earth be 6,000 years old? So they're at complete odds with each other. They don't know how to reconcile the two. The Eastern traditions have said, of course, everything is scientific. It makes sense. Everything has a law. There's speed of gravity, speed of light, speed of sound. It all makes sense. But it's all alive. That's all we're saying. It's alive. It's not dead. It's conscious. Just as conscious as you are, Where did your consciousness come from? If the universe is unconscious, where did your consciousness come from? That's the Eastern idea. And this consciousness is not just dead. It's like a loving consciousness. There's an emotion behind it. Love is the power that is pervading throughout the universe. It's a loving feeling. It's not a hatred feeling. It's not an angry feeling. It's just Sacha Sahib Sach Nae Pakya Pao Apar. There is this one true master. It's permanent. His system is permanent. The system of Dharam, of natural law, is permanent. But it's in a loving way. There's a love. And the whole point of that is we can connect with that love. Love is an emotion that we have access to. So this Dharam also comes from this loving Daya. It comes out of Daya. The whole universe is speaking and creating out of compassion. So, Tol Dharam Daya Ka Poot. So the natural order of the system, which we call Dharam, has a mother, which is compassion. Dharam Daya Ka Poot.